Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't been making a lot of videos. I've just actually been really busy. With the video I'm posting today, that's part of the reason why I've been so busy. So just pretty much what I'm going to be doing today is just showing you guys what's the main points of water leaks in a Honda Accord, specifically the 6th gen, which is 1998 all the way to 2001. Sometimes 2002, yeah. Um, and especially the ones with the sunroof as well. So I had leaks in all these places, so I want to show you guys how to do that in case you run into that issue. I had about 10 gallons of water in my car. Um, the um, the way to find out if you have a leak, usually the earliest sign is like every time it rains, if you're getting a really musty smell in your car, that's usually the case. So just peel back your carpet, peel back your trunk liner where your spare wheel is, and you'll find some water in there if you have a leak. So let's get started, and I'll show you where the leaks are. And I'll also include some pictures and everything on some parts that I just did without taking a video on. All right, so kind of getting started here, we're going to start with the trunk. Trunk has multiple points where it can leak from. In my case, so here's the sunroof lines right here. You'll see one on each side. And usually what happens is this rubber grommet right here will get clogged up. So you want to make sure you clean it. And also this line gets loose over time because it gets really, it starts shrinking, and then this rubber piece starts expanding. So what I did here is I just kind of took the end off, wrapped a little bit of electrical tape, and kind of made it a little bit more snug to fit. So you can see right here that I have some electrical tape sticking out. It just shrinks over time. The second place that I've seen online a lot is right here, the seam. Once it gets old, it starts drying out. When it dries out, it leaves a gap, and that gap lets water in. And in my case, you can see, especially on the lighter cars, that there is a lot of kind of surface rust right here. You can see right here, and that's where water started coming in. And then another reason is if you have aftermarket taillights, those gaskets usually don't fit very well. So I actually made my own out of some rubber. I'll link that in the description as well. And that was letting some water in. So this thing was all filled up, and it smelled really nasty. So that's why I just kind of took everything out. And to seal the seams, what I bought was this stuff called Dynatron. It's made by 3M. It's gray, so I don't have to paint it. And it had some pretty good reviews, so I'm going to try it out. All right, so what I did here was I just peeled off all the old seam sealer from the factory. It was fairly easy to take off with a pocket screwdriver. What you do is there's a lot of cracks on it. I just plucked it off, and then after that I just used a brush with some degreaser, cleaned it off. After cleaning it off, I just prepped the surface with some alcohol so that this stuff will stick very well to it. It's a very sticky and messy stuff, so you just want to make sure that you work very quickly with it, and probably with gloves as well. So my process was just after I prepped it, I put it in a caulking gun, cut the tip off on the smallest point that you can, apply it, or you want to tape it up first, then you apply it. After you apply it, you just smooth it out as much as you can, and then peel off the tape very quickly since it skins really fast. And then after that, after it skins, you can actually kind of just go lightly on the parts of it, and you can smooth it out even more right before it dries. And it's been good so far. We've gone through rain last night, and it's holding up, and I don't see any water inside, so it's been really good. All right, so as you can see, my interior is like completely taken out. It's completely gutted. I took the time to just put in some Dynamat while I'm at it, clean up some of my wiring. On your sunroof, you got 4 drains. One location's in the rear right here, the others in the rear also, and then your front 2. So starting at the rear, if you read up on the forums and stuff, a lot of people are having problems with these guys shrinking. And so what I did was I just bought a barb fitting from Lowe's. I bought some 1/2-inch tubing right here, and I just put a barb in here, put it together, wrapped it with some aluminum tape and then some electrical tape just for some safety, and then put a clamp on there. It shrunk about maybe 3 inches, but definitely you want to extend it if yours are old, or you can just change the whole line. I just opted to extend them. The front's kind of the same thing. The front are actually smaller tubes. They are 3/4 or 3/8 in size, and they run all the way down the pillar and everything to the bottom, as well as the front. So for the front, it's actually really easy to reach on the driver's side. Passenger side, I can't say the same thing, but on this right here, you can see that the tube's right there. What I did was I just disconnected it from the top here, pulled it all the way down to see how much slack I needed. Took the ends out, put some electrical tape and kind of put it back in the little rubber thing. And then up here I just kind of put the same barb fitting and measured out how much I needed. It's about 3 inches as well. I mean, this is almost a 20-year-old car, so things tend to shrink when they get older. Same thing here, except on that side it's a little bit hard to reach. You can't reach in here just because you have your blower motor and everything in there, and it'll take a lot of major disassembly just to get to it. So I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, so for the front, what I did right now is I jacked up the car, took off the tire, and peeled back the fender lining. You just have a couple of clips here and 3 screws on the bottom here. Peel this back and you'll see that your drain is right here. Usually there's a little access hole on the top here for you to just peel back, and you can pull the tube back and put it back into this rubber grommet thing. But since my amp wire is running in here, I can't. So what I did was I just went back inside, pulled it, and just gave it some slack so that it's not just kind of halfway into that rubber piece right there. And so remember the rear drain holes that I told you about in the beginning of the video. Pretty much the one going into a wall looks like this. And what I did was, when I was cleaning it up, this was kind of not as flexible as it should be. So what I did was I actually took it and cut off the tip so you can see both the ends, the differences between them. I actually bought a new one just because it was just way too stretched out, and right here is kind of mangled, and I just didn't want to deal with taking apart my car again. So these were cheap. They're about $4 a piece. And then the part number is right here, 762-S84-A00. And pretty much it. I mean, being an old car, being a sunroof car, you're bound to have some leaks and everything. So I hope this helps you guys if you have any leaks on a Honda Accord. Thank you for watching.